we're going to share a little something about each third-year residents graduating, and we'll try to keep it clean with the thunder and the lightning. Mine is Chris Oxenine. Chris has a nickname. Everybody calls him the Ox, but in the faculty meeting we call him the Twofer. Because every time Gary would come around and say, "Hey Chris, you got anything?" He'd say, yeah, Gary, I got two things to talk about. So he's the Twofer. He's also Nick Burns' computer guy. He doesn't want to admit it, but Chris is the IT expert that tries to stay under the radar. Jerry's working the magic in the clinic with the computers, but Chris is his backup. So anyway, that's Chris Oxenine. We're thrilled that you and Lee and the kids are staying in the area. We've enjoyed having you as a resident. You've been a great chief, and we look forward to working with you some more.
I've got Chelsea Meharry Bergen, or as my husband Christian likes to call her, our hippie doctor. She's the first true vegetarian that we've been willing to call a real friend. And we were so glad that we were able to lure her to the South from California and Canada. She's definitely left some pieces with this residency, especially all the recycling and various other hippie things. And we're so glad that she's staying in the area. She'll be practicing up in Spartanburg, and we hope she's not a stranger. Chelsea, do I really pump that much?
Hey man, I'm the Mav. You know who I'm talking about? I love those procedures. I love OB. I can hardly wait to go to Spartanburg, but those crazy people don't want me yet. I'm the Mav. I'm the man. I don't know why Dr. Goforth gets all those patient complaints, and then he gets these things and says he's the most wonderful doctor in the world. It seems like it just happens every week, good and bad. I think I'm a good man though. But I tell you what, I love my family. I love my deliveries, my procedures. I don't know where I'm going to be next year, but maybe in Greenwood, maybe in Greenville, maybe in Spartanburg. We'll just have to see. This is my man. He's our in-house, if you're trying to figure out an in-house case example of ADHD. There he is. There he is. Jump up and down.
Hey, look, buddy.
Hey. Also, everybody, I remember him. I enjoyed his in-house unknown theater. It rivals any theater in the area. Cinema 10 doesn't have anything on the Gary House up there. He's got the big screen up in there. He's got some great IT skills, but he helps a lot with all script needs, even though he doesn't like it. None of us like it very much. But if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have liked it at all. We wouldn't have understood it at all. We're going to miss you, Gary and Sarah, when you move to Kentucky. But Kentucky will never be the same, and the sub-regional partnership will never be the same without Sarah. And I just wanted to say something personal today. I always appreciate it. You always were there, you listen to what I have to say, you try to follow everything I have to say. You always have plenty of time. You always have time to stop and help me or listen to the things I have to say. And I appreciate that.
Earl.
Hey, it's Coleman Robinson.
Yeah, I'm not here. This is a figment of your imagination. Early on, Danny Pike was dubbed Doogie Howser for his youthful enthusiasm. Danny likes to sing. He sung at a couple of weddings, but finally after 3 years, we'll hear the refrain from singing. He's happy, fun guy, not fungi, fun guy. And the thing I remember most about him is he makes coffee look like a sedative. He's going to Memphis. The thought is that he's going up there to work with underprivileged patients, but he likes music. He wants to be as close to Elvis and Graceland as he can.
I'm going to talk a few minutes about Carissa and Jeremy. Apparently marriage is in the works almost from the time they got to Greenwood. It seems that Jeremy looked over at Welcome Back Weekend and thought Carissa was really cute. And I didn't even know they were an item until like months after, and there was a whole lot going on. So
it took me by surprise. They had a wonderful wedding in Asheville. I was sorry that I couldn't go. That's one wedding I did want to go to, but something was going on and I couldn't. They're going to go to Augusta and work in an underserved area, but I just have one question. I don't know how they're going to get those underserved people to stay on a strict schedule. Could be a problem.
I'm gonna talk to Mark. Talk about Mark Puckett. Mark, I'm gonna have to apologize to you now. I feel bad. I took him down to Honduras. He'd never been on a BIM trip before, and the first day I said, "Well, Mark, you've done this before, right? So you can have this clinic by yourself, and then I'll go up to the mountains and visit." So I'm sorry I did that to you, but thanks for covering for me. Mark is always a great guy. He's always very serious, always very detail-oriented, loves his family, loves his kids for sure. We are definitely thankful that Mark's going to be staying with us another year. And we're sorry that we are effectively breaking up a 7-year relationship between Danny, Mike, Mark, and Jeremy. So I know this year we're going to break you guys up. So, but we're glad you're going to be here.
I'd like to say a few words about Tara Frakes, our sports medicine fellow. It seems like just yesterday that I was trying to find her a computer when she first got here, and I was wondering to myself, why am I needing to find her a computer and passwords? And then I realized that our first fellow who did need those things was a graduate of our program, so I guess it made sense that I needed to find her those things. And so fortunately for us, Tara helped us break in what it's like to have a fellow from out of town, and actually was instrumental in getting us to understand the needs of somebody like her coming in and what it's going to take. And then she had to go through the pains of helping us break in all scripts. And she was very quick to point out all the mistakes that I made and the things that I left out in our sports medicine templates. So I was very quick to know that she needed an education in practice management, and gave her the assignment to fix them with IT. As in everything she did a great job, and I really appreciate her efforts there. And she is an amazing student and an amazing doctor. Her quest for knowledge and for understanding is amazing. And it was very evident by the types of questions that she asked in regards to why we decided that patients had certain things, and why we decided the reasons why we were doing things. And finally, sometimes questions were so difficult that I just had to make things up. But that's a little inside joke between Tara and I. But she always kept us on our toes, and I'm sure we learned just as much from her as she's learned from us. And we hope that, or actually we know that, not only in regards to her sports medicine education, we imparted a little bit of Southern cultural experience on her, and things I hope that she can use when she goes back to practicing up north, such as the vernacular down south. For example, MASH, particularly when you're examining the patient. I mashed all around the knee, but I couldn't find anything that was hurt. And let's see, another one. Cut. Cut is what you do when you want the light to come on or off. So, as an example, Brian, when you leave the house, cut off the light. Two phrases that don't need any interpretation. Used to could, and might could, which is one of my favorites. And finally, all y'all, which is plural for y'all. Tara, we're going to miss you. Enjoyed having you here.
With that said, I'm sorry you had to endure the last skip, but the rain didn't come soon enough. But we do want to thank all of our graduates for the time they've been here, and I appreciate everybody coming out tonight and Bratton for your hospitality.